Welcome back, everybody. Welcome. So, here's another video I'm doing, and it is geared towards estate agents and first time home buyers. Guys, as first time home buyers, it has never been more important for you to understand your affordability and the various costs involved in buying your first property. There are many ways for you to get an understanding on this. Number one, the most preferred way is obviously chatting to a professional, a qualified real estate agent to help guide you in this journey. But having said that, living in the modern age of 2025, we have got a lot of online tools to help you get a handle on what it means to buy a property and all the facets involved in buying a property, from how much deposit you should put down, how much your bond repayment's going to be, etc., etc. And for today's video, I actually want to lean into private property. Now, this is not a sponsored video. I am just a very big fan of what they have done. They have cleaned up their whole operation. They've given their website and their brand a whole brand new look and feel. And I must say that I am a fan. And they have amazing tools online to help you get a handle on exactly what I'm talking to you about. So what we're actually going to do for this video is we're going to go onto their website in real time, and I'm going to show you how to use it to help you determine and understand exactly what you're getting into in the home buying process. So let's jump straight into it. So we are going to go to private property over there. Okay. So you do see it. The bond calculator, right? So you can see that I've already pre-populated it, okay? I've taken a gross income of 30,000 Rand per month with a net income after taxes and statutory deductions that leaves you with a net salary of 25,039 Rand, okay? I've taken the total expenses, that's school fees, that's food, that's water, that's lights, that's existing debts, and I've populated that at 15,347 Rand. Note that this is just an example. It is not an indication of my earnings or any particular individual's earnings. This is just for the sake of illustrating. So when we say total expenses, we don't count in your rent and all of that, because that will dilute this. This is assuming that you don't have a home or anything like that, and that's the whole purpose, that you want to be buying a home. We want to have a look at your affordability and how it relates to how your expendable income, your disposable income, matches against what you get after taxes and your total expenses. We then get an indication as to how much free income you have to service monthly repayments. Okay, we're going to assume a flat interest rate of 11%. We haven't done anything there, and we've actually made the term 30 years. Generally, the standard bond term is 20 years, but you can actually apply up to 30 years. So what we can see here, interest at 11% for 30 years. This is calculation based on general lender affordability guidelines of 30% installment to gross income and on your disposable income. So this kind of calculation takes on a 30% multiple of that, and also factors that into consideration. So with all this information, we can see that we can get a maximum loan of 945,057 Rand with an estimated total monthly repayment of 9,000 Rand a month. Now, what's nice is we can apply here for pre-approval or apply for a home loan if you know that you can afford it. If you're very early in the purchasing process, I would suggest applying for pre-approval and getting that from your bank, and that means that you are armed when you go in to have a look at a specific property. And if you want to make an offer, you have the pre-approval. It just helps the process. It's not required, but it just helps the process. Okay, so what I am going to do is stop sharing, bring you back to my face, and then I'm going to share a another screen with you. Bond affordability calculator, bond calculator. So let's check there. Okay, share. So it's a different calculation. This is more or less when you have seen something that you like while searching private property. You've seen that maybe there's a property on the market for 950,000 Rand, but you want to offer 900,000 Rand. Okay. So that's why you put your purchase price in at 900,000 Rand. Deposit is optional. It's always, as a rule of thumb, you should normally have at least 10% of the purchase price to put down as a deposit. Look how that affects your monthly repayments. Loan value, capital, 810,000 Rand with total interest of 1.966 million and total repayments of 2.7 million over 30 years. Now, again, is if you drop that to 20 years, look at the total repayment. It changes everything when you play with these little metrics, excuse me. But now what happens if you don't have 90,000 Rand to put down a deposit? A 30-year loan, also, let's make it 30 years because that just helps the cash-strapped citizens. Look there. Monthly repayments on a bond on a loan value of 900,000 Rand is 8,500 Rand a month. Total interest, total repayment. Can I afford this? You can click on that tab to just help you see if you can afford that. It will kind of follow the same process of understanding what your gross income is, what your net income is, and all your expenses. And the same kind of tab here, apply for pre-approval or apply for a home loan. So very awesome. Very awesome that that is over there. So what I'm going to do is that. I'm going to close that. And then we're just going to do a quick run through of private properties. Private properties, fresh new look. Look at that. New logo, white, crisp, clean. You can check for sale, to rent. You can look at developments. You can also do commercial. So if you're looking for office or in a warehouse, you can look at that. You can buy and look at all the properties to buy. Find an estate agent, farms for sale, bank assisted sales and repossessions. That's where our investors would want to have a look. Developments for sale, commercial properties. Look at that, properties on show. Same with rent. Rent your property, find a letting. Look at that. Sell with an agent, sell privately. A lot of people will want to try and sell privately, but I'll do a separate video as to why that's not a very good idea. You obviously have your rights, but your rights to do that, your rights to choose. But I think if you're going to ever go down that route, you need to be informed properly. So I'll do another video for that. But look at this, property advice. So I've got that. You've got property news, choosing a neighborhood, lifestyle and decor tips, agent advice, property guide, seller's guide, a flipping guide, developer's guide, buy to let guide, renting guide. It is so well thought out, this website. And then services. They connected with Uber Home Loans and Better Bond. Obviously, the agents can use that, but they look at that. It's very, very well thought out. Very beautiful website. Instant property alerts. So what that is if you are looking in a specific, excuse me, if you're looking in a specific neighborhood for a specific kind of property with a specific price point, you can set up an alert and it will let you know every time something like that pops up. And then obviously the property news, newsletter, and then the footer. It's a very clean website. Very impressed with what they've done, and I am a fan, like I've said. So if you found a little bit of value navigating to private property, and maybe you weren't aware of their new fresh look, give them a try. Let me know how that experience was down in the comments below. And don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you found any kind of value. Guys, your support means the world to me. For now, take care of yourselves, and until next time, I'll see you soon.